What's up, everybody? I am Jaspreet Singh and welcome to the Minority Mindset. School was great. You got to spend all this time and money in this safe learning environment with all of your friends, learning how to become successful. I mean, you learned the quadratic formula. I didn't say you remember what it is, but you learned it. You learned that it hurts when a dodgeball hits your face. And you might have learned how much glue you can eat without throwing up. All right, you thought I was gonna eat this, didn't you? I spent a lot of money on my degrees. I mean, I went through college and I went through law school, but interestingly enough, I don't remember learning a thing about how to use my money. Okay, class, when there's $2 bills that love each other very much, there's interest and then they compound. That's why in this video, I wanna go over 5 money hacks everyone wishes they knew sooner. This way, you can save years of money headaches from your life. Tip number 1, understanding compound interest. So compound interest sounds like what happens when a cult leader goes shopping for real estate. Yeah, I'm interested in buying this compound. But in financial terms, compound interest works when you invest your money and then you make a profit. But instead of taking this profit and going out and buying new shoes, you take this profit and you reinvest that too. And then when your profit makes you a profit, you take this new profit and you reinvest that as well. So let's say you start off by investing $100 and you're able to double your investment. So you turn your $100 into $200. Now you take this $100 that you started with and you reinvest this, and you take this $100 of profit that you made and you reinvest this as well. So now you have $200 working for you, and if you can do the same thing, you double this again, now you'll have $400. And then you can reinvest this $400 and do this again and again and again. If you have enough time and you keep doing this again and again, you won't be talking about hundreds of dollars. You'll be talking about thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars. But this is where time is so important, because the earlier you start, the bigger the numbers will get and the bigger your returns will get, which is why you need to start this sooner rather than later. And this is why it's so important not to be a cliff spender. Cliff spending is when your finances look like a cliff. You make money and now you feel like you're rich, so then you feel like you have to spend your money and then boom, you're broke again. And now you're waiting for your next paycheck and then boom, you made money again and now you're rich. And then boom, you spend all your money and now you're broke again. It looks like a cliff, which is why I call it cliff spending. If you really want compound interest to work in your favor, where you can get the big returns and the big bucks from doing this, then you need to stop being a cliff spender. This way you have money to invest. And second, you need time. This way you can invest your money and reinvest your profits and reinvest those profits again and again and again. I already made a video where I went over how compound interest investing works and how you can do it, and I'll link it in the description below for you to watch after this video. Tip number 2, life is expensive. Oh, you have a good job. Great. You start off with this big paycheck and then you have to pay your taxes, you contribute to your 401k, you have to pay for your student loans, you have to pay for your rent or your mortgage, you have to pay for your credit card bill, you have to pay for your utilities, and then you have to give a little bit of money to your local animal shelter because, you know, puppies. Aww, puppy. Chances are, after all these expenses, you'll be left with basically nothing. And basically nothing is not enough to fund your dream vacations. It's not enough to pay for your kids' college funds, especially with the rising cost of tuition. And it's not enough to take care of your parents when they get older, let alone now trying to invest for your future and build your wealth and build your savings fund. Listen, Sonny, don't forget about the future. Remember, the cost of living is going up every single year because of inflation. And if you have a good job where your wages and salaries are increasing every year to meet inflation, that's good. But don't forget now that the standard of living is going up as well. Yeah, your rent and your groceries are getting more expensive and everybody knows that, but we keep finding more expenses that we didn't know that we needed last year. Like now we have new subscriptions and new apps and new technologies and services where we just have to put our clothes on our door hanger and the people will go out and wash it for us. All these things keep increasing our standard of living, which makes life more and more expensive. We are living in an age where multiple streams of income are a necessity, not just a suggestion. The bad news is that the majority of people won't realize this until it's too late. The good news is that creating multiple streams of income is more accessible than ever for people that are willing to think different, put in the work, and be consistent to do something like starting a side business or be a freelancer or starting a side hustle. Knowledge never tasted so good. Like the ancient saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right after this YouTube video. If you want to do something, get started today because today's the best day to do whatever it is you want to do. Tip number 3, emergencies happen, so plan for them. Doesn't it feel like every time you put some extra money aside, your car breaks down or your AC stops working or you end up back in the emergency room with a dog attached to your leg? Again, I like puppies, just not this one. Well, if you don't have a savings fund with 6 months worth of expenses saved up, these small little emergencies can turn into a life crisis because now you have to go into credit card debt to pay for these things, and that can be very frustrating. And we all know that financial frustration is the worst kind of frustration. But before you get your pennies in a bunch, here's what you should do. Step 1, pull out a piece of paper and write down all of your monthly expenses. So your rent or your mortgage, your car payments, your gas, your groceries, your subscriptions. Write down all of your monthly expenses. What you'll see happen is you'll probably find a whole bunch of expenses that you didn't know that you had. Wait, I'm still in the puppy picture a month club? I haven't gotten a puppy picture in 6 months. Step 2, save a minimum of 10% of your paycheck every time you get paid and put this money aside into a special savings fund that you will only use for emergencies. Jasprit, is Amazon Prime Day an emergency? Do I look like I make jokes? No. After you save 6 months worth of expenses, you do not want to save another penny because saving will not make you wealthy, but investing can. Tip number 4, the majority of your friends can't afford their lifestyles. Yeah, you want to keep up with your friends, your neighbors, the Kardashians, but you know what? Most of your friends can't afford their lifestyles. No, I don't know who your friends are, but I do know that the majority of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck and have something like $8,000 worth of credit card debt. So your friends that are really living large, chances are that most of them can't afford to do so. They're just not telling you that. What's up, guys? Guess what? Your boy just picked up a new Benz. Just don't tell anybody. It's my mom's. Don't judge your worth based on how you look compared to your friends because for one, you don't know what their situation really is, and 2, they're not you, so be you, boo-boo. And tip number 5, life is short, so be money smart. This way you don't have to live your short life stressed out about money all the time. Financial problems are one of the leading causes of divorce, depression, and even suicide. Nobody wants to live with financial stress. Like they say, financial frustration is the worst kind of frustration. And by they, we mean us, obviously. Spend a few years busting your butt and living like you're broke. This way you can save a whole bunch of money to build your savings fund and to start investing in yourself. This way you can live the rest of your life financially free. And now you can spend your time enjoying life instead of just chasing paper like everybody else. And now when your friends joke around about how much debt they have, you can laugh at the joke without crying on the inside. And if you're looking for ways to stay up to date on what's happening in the finance and business world, this way you can use the news to benefit your wallet, we have a finance and business newsletter that's completely free where we show you what's happening in the world financially and in the business world, and we teach you how this affects your wallet. It's completely free, and you can subscribe to our newsletter by clicking the link up here or by clicking the link in the description below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button and share it with one friend so we can help spread the word. Don't miss any new videos on entrepreneurship, business, and money every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hit the subscribe button and the notification bell below. That way you actually find out when our new videos are released. And as always, keep hustling.